The 2018 FIFA World Cup was the 21st edition of the tournament. It was firstly the story of Kylian Mbappe and France. Mbappe as a teenager would have the biggest effect on a World Cup win since Pelé. Secondly, this was also the remarkable story of Luka Modric and Croatia, who punched well above their weight as they had their greatest international tournament. Lastly, the tournament featured incredible moments, such as Cristiano Ronaldo's hat-trick against Spain. This is the story of the 2018 World Cup. France went into the tournament as favourites. They had a squad of talented players such as Mbappe, Antoine Griezmann and Paul Pogba. They were led by former World Cup winner Didier Deschamps. His priority was to create a unified squad after the disaster of World Cup 2010, where Patrice Evra led a strike against coach Raymond Domenech. Deschamps would later say, "No one can erase 2010. There will always be a future and a past." It's important to have people ready to create that collective state of mind. Before moving on to the main tournament, I would appreciate you hitting that like, share and subscribe button. It helps the channel grow. I truly appreciate the growth in the channel as we near 1,900 subs at the time of writing. Thank you very much. France was drawn in a group alongside Denmark, Peru and Australia. They began their campaign against the Aussies. The first half was disjointed, but the game saw more action in the second half. Griezmann was brought down in the 58th minute and he took the penalty himself and scored. Just 4 minutes later, Samuel Umtiti handled the ball and gave away a penalty. Miles Jedinak scored the penalty. In the 81st minute, France got a goal through an Aziz Behic own goal. France won 2-1. France next played Peru. This was another cagey affair. Mbappe made the difference as he scored a tap-in after 34 minutes. He became France's youngest ever World Cup scorer at 19 years and 183 days. France won 1-0. France played Denmark in their final game. Despite both teams having some chances, they seemed to settle for a draw and the game finished goalless. It was the only goalless game of the 2018 tournament. France finished top of the group. Croatia had a tougher route to the World Cup. They finished runners-up in their qualifying group to Iceland. Little was expected of them going into the main tournament, especially as they were drawn into a tough group alongside Argentina, Nigeria and Iceland. They opened their campaign against Nigeria. Croatia took the lead after 32 minutes after an Ohericaro Etebo own goal. In the 71st minute, Croatia were awarded a penalty after William Troost Ekong brought down Mario Mandzukic. Luka Modric scored to seal a 2-0 win. Croatia played Argentina next. A tough game was expected as Argentina was led by talisman Lionel Messi. Instead, Croatia would completely dismantle the Argentines. The action began in the second half. After 53 minutes, Argentine keeper Willy Caballero mishit a chip pass that Ante Rebic volleyed home. Argentina had a couple of chances but failed to score. They were punished late on. In the 80th minute, Modric scored a brilliant goal. From 20 yards out, he curled in a wonderful strike into the bottom corner to make it 2-0. Ivan Rakitic made it 3-0 in the 91st minute. The reaction of both coaches after the game was in stark contrast. Argentina coach Jorge Sampaoli asked for forgiveness. "First and foremost, I beg for the fans' forgiveness. The reality of the Argentina squad clouds Lionel Messi's brilliance. The team doesn't gel as well as it should." Croatia coach Zlatko Dalic relished the victory. "We have beaten a strong Argentinian side with the best player in the world. Argentina were not confused, we were excellent." In their third game, Croatia played Iceland. They won the game 2-1 thanks to goals from Milan Badel and a 90th minute winner from Perisic. Gylfi Sigurdsson scored for Iceland. Croatia topped the group with 9 points. A notable game from this group stage was Spain vs Portugal. It would go down as one of the best games of the tournament and Ronaldo's greatest moment in his World Cup career. Ronaldo scored with a penalty after just 4 minutes when Nacho brought him down. Some argue the penalty was a soft decision. Despite this, Spain dominated the ball and scored after 24 minutes. Diego Costa controlled a long ball, turned past 2 defenders and scored with a powerful low shot. Just before half-time, Ronaldo took a shot from the edge of the box straight at David De Gea. It should have been saved, but De Gea made an awful mistake and allowed the goal. In the 55th minute, Busquets headed down a cross and Diego Costa tapped it in to make it 2-2. Just 3 minutes later, Nacho scored with a wonderful volley that flew in off the far post to make it 3-2. In the 88th minute, Ronaldo stood over a free kick from over 20 yards out. Rather than doing his trademark knuckle shot, he opted for a curling shot that flew into the top corner and sealed his hat-trick. The game finished 3-3. After the match, Ronaldo was pleased. "I'm very happy. It is a personal best hat-trick. One more in my career, and the most important thing is to highlight what the team has done." In the second round, France played Argentina in the game of the tournament. It didn't take long for Mbappe to make his mark on the game. He showed electric speed and drove at the Argentina defence. Marcos Rojo panicked and brought him down in the box. Griezmann scored the penalty after 13 minutes. The rest of the first half continued to be competitive, but the next goal did not come until the 41st minute. Angel Di Maria received the ball 30 yards away from the goal. He took a touch before scoring with a stunning strike into the top corner to make it 1-1. In the 48th minute, Argentina took the lead. A cross came to Messi, who controlled the ball and took a shot towards the goal that deflected off teammate Gabriel Mercado. In the 57th minute, Benjamin Pavard scored one of the most exquisite goals in World Cup history. A cross from the left side came to him on the right side of the penalty box. Pavard then showed incredible technique to slice the ball with the outside of his boot and curl the ball into the far corner. In the 64th minute, Mbappe once again hurt Argentina. The ball fell to him in the box, and despite being surrounded by Argentines, he showed fast footwork and agility to go wide and fire in a low powerful shot. It was 3-2 France. Just 4 minutes later, Mbappe did it again. France counter-attacked with Blaise Matuidi, who found Giroud, who quickly played Mbappe through. Mbappe hit a low shot into the far corner. 4-2 France. Argentina was desperate for a goal. In the 93rd minute, Messi got the ball deep in midfield. He then played a beautiful long ball to Aguero, who headed it low to make it 4-3. In the 95th minute, Argentina had one final chance with the last touch of the game. A powerful cross came to Di Maria, who took a first-time shot, but it went wide. Mbappe was the first teenager since Pelé in '58 to score twice in a World Cup game. Alan Shearer said afterwards, "It was an incredible performance from a centre-forward who has the lot. Blistering pace, goals, touch and technique." Kylian Mbappe was humbled by the reaction. "I'm very happy, and it's flattering to be compared to a great player like Pelé, but he's in another category." The reaction to the defeat in Argentina was anger and disappointment. Osiar Diles said the greatest mistake Argentina made was to put Sampaoli in charge. His only plan was to give the ball to Messi and hope for a miracle. Croatia played Denmark in the second round. The game had an exciting start. In the first minute, Jonas Knudsen played a long throw into the box. Thomas Delaney touched the ball for Mattias Jorgensen, who side-footed it in off the post. Just 3 minutes later, Croatia equalised. Sime Vrsaljko's ball into the box came to Henrik Dalsgaard, who booted the ball into Andreas Christiansen's face. The ball fell to Mandzukic, who scored from close range. The rest of the game was cagey, and it went into extra time. Modric had the best chance to score. Ante Rebic burst through on goal and was brought down for a penalty. Modric stepped up, but Kasper Schmeichel made the save. The game went to penalties. Badel and Pivaric missed for Croatia, but Modric, Kramaric and Rakitic scored. For Denmark, Eriksson, Schön and Jorgensen missed. Croatia won 3-2. In the quarter-finals, France played Uruguay. France started strong and Mbappe almost scored after 15 minutes but headed over. In the 40th minute, Griezmann delivered a brilliant swinging free kick that Rafael Varane headed into the bottom corner. Just before half-time, Martin Cáceres had a great chance, but his header was saved by Hugo Lloris. Diego Godin then shot the rebound over. France sealed the win in the 61st minute. Griezmann took a shot from the edge of the box that slipped through Fernando Muslera's fingers. France became only the second team after the Netherlands in 1974 to beat 3 South American sides in the same World Cup. Croatia played host to Russia in the quarter-finals. In the 31st minute, Denis Cheryshev dribbled from the left and played a 1-2 with Artem Dzyuba before skipping past Modric and scoring with a left-footed shot. In the 39th minute, Mario Mandzukic attacked down the left before finding Andrej Kramaric, who headed home to make it 1-1. Despite both teams having chances, the game went into extra time. Croatia took the lead in the 101st minute. Domagoj Vida scored with a header from a corner kick. In the 115th minute, Russia equalised. Mario Fernandes scored with a header from a free kick. The game went into penalties. Croatia once again came out on top with a 4-3 win. Brozovic, Modric, Vida and Rakitic scored. For Russia, both Smolov and Fernandes missed. Russia coach Stanislav Cheryshev remained positive despite the defeat. The entire country of Russia is in love with us. They know what the Russian national team is worth. We hope we have turned the situation for the better. France played Belgium in the semi-finals. Belgium started well. Eden Hazard missed the target with a powerful low shot. He had a second chance when his shot was deflected by Varane over the bar. Toby Alderweireld took a first-time shot that was brilliantly saved by Lloris. Despite the chances, it was France who took the lead. In the 51st minute, Griezmann put in a curling cross that Samuel Umtiti headed in. Belgium had chances but could not equalise. France won 1-0 and were in the final. Deschamps said after the game, "It is nothing to win the semi-final after losing in the final 2 years ago. We have this privilege to give happiness to these people, but we will try to give even more happiness on Sunday." Croatia played England in the other semi-final. England went in as favourites and full of confidence. I expect England to beat Croatia. They are more powerful and will cause France problems, predicted Pat Nevin on BBC Radio 5. Initially, this seemed true as England made a fast start. Modric fouled Dele Alli on the edge of the box. Kieran Trippier stepped up to take the free kick. He curled it in beautifully to give England the lead after 5 minutes. England almost doubled their lead in the 30th minute. Dele Alli found Kane, who shot from close range, but Subasic saved it. The rebound came back to Kane, who shot again from close range. Incredibly, Subasic pulled off another save with his foot onto the post. Despite the pressure, Croatia grew into the game in the second half. In the 68th minute, Vrsaljko put in a deep cross from the right that Perisic cleverly volleyed in. Just 4 minutes later, Perisic almost scored again. He shot low but hit the post. The game went into extra time. In the 99th minute, Trippier took a corner which found Stones, who headed powerfully toward goal, but it was cleared off the line. In the 109th minute, Perisic flicked the ball on with a header. England was slow to react and Mandzukic ran through and fired a low shot in. Croatia won 2-1. England was distraught after the game. Gareth Southgate said afterwards, "At the moment, we all feel the pain of defeat. The dressing room is a difficult place at the moment." Luka Modric criticised English media after the win. English journalists, pundits from television, they underestimated Croatia, and that was a huge mistake. They should be more humble and respect more opponents. The final took place on the 15th of July at the Luzhniki Stadium. France was the overwhelming favourite. Despite this, Croatia started the better and had more of the ball, but they failed to create chances. In the 18th minute, France was awarded a controversial free kick. Brozovic was penalised for fouling Griezmann, but it looked a very soft call. Griezmann took the free kick and Mandzukic tried to header clear but scored an own goal, the first own goal in final history. In the 28th minute, Croatia won a free kick 40 yards out. Modric crossed the ball in. The ball bounced around before falling to Perisic. He then stuck the ball powerfully into the far corner. Just 3 minutes later, France had a corner kick. Griezmann crossed into the box and Matuidi headed toward the goal, but it went wide. France appealed for a penalty, claiming a handball by Perisic. The ref awarded a penalty after watching replays for several minutes. Griezmann took the penalty and scored. Alan Shearer said of the decision, "There is no way a ridiculous decision like that should be deciding this final." Early in the second half, Ante Rebic had a chance, but Lloris pulled off an excellent save. Croatia was playing well, but it was France who struck again. In the 59th minute, Griezmann found Pogba, who took a shot. It was blocked, but the rebound came back to him before he scored with his second attempt. In the 65th minute, Mbappe made his mark. Lucas Hernandez found Mbappe 25 yards out. He then took a powerful low shot and found the back of the net. Mbappe became the second teenager after Pelé in 58 to score in a final. In the 69th minute, Croatia got a goal back. Lloris received a back pass, and he inexplicably touched the ball onto Mandzukic, who poached the ball in. Despite this, France saw out the game and became world champions for the second time. France was jubilant after the game. Mbappe commented, "I'm very happy. The road was long, but it was worth it. We are proud to make the French happy." Croatia coach Zlatko Dalic was polite but critical. "First of all, I want to congratulate France. I just want to say one sentence about that penalty. You don't give a penalty like that in a World Cup final." Notable stats from the tournament include 3 million fans attended the games, averaging 47,000 per match. 169 goals were scored in 64 games, 2.64 per match. Belgium top scored with 16 goals. Harry Kane top scored with 6. Modric won the Golden Ball. Well, that was the story of the 2018 World Cup. My next video will be on the 2022 edition, so if you would like to learn more, please hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.